All right, we have Kyle Hamilton joining us next. Kyle, your first question will be from Austin Huff.
Kyle, just quickly, how you feeling right now, and what is it going to be like going up against a player like DeVonta Smith?
Personally, I feel good right now. I think we got a lot of time since the Clemson game to rest up and get our bodies right for this game coming up on Friday. I think DeVonta Smith is a really good player, but he showed throughout the year that he's one of the best receivers in the country. But I think we have a good game plan to hopefully contain him and show what we are made of on defense as well. So I think we have a good group of players on defense that match up well with them.
We'll hand it over next to Tim Priester.
Kyle, there's always a lot on your plate being in the position you're in, but maybe a little bit more here against Alabama, considering what you have to deal with in stopping the run with Harris and stopping the deep ball with Smith. How do you balance your role, your responsibility against an offense like this?
Our coach has been preaching to just do your job. All 11 guys just need to do their job and stay within ourselves. And I think if I do that and all the 10 guys do that, we can take care of the run game and the pass game at the same time. I think our plan is very sound. And as we get deeper into the week, I think the players become more comfortable with it, more confident in it. So, if I do my job, the guys next to me do my job, I think we'll be perfectly fine.
We'll go next to AP Stedham.
Good morning, Kyle. Kyle, I wanted to ask you about Najee Harris. What makes him unique as a running back? And have you ever tackled somebody that's similar with that size and elusiveness and speed?
I think he's a great player. He's a big back. He's fast. He's agile. He has it all. He has a lot of intangibles. He's a good pass blocker as well. I think we all just have to bring our feet and just tackle, make open field tackles. I think that's going to be a big factor in the game, just get them on the ground. Teams have struggled with it, and that's when defenses have looked bad against them. But I think if we all do what we need to do in the run game and hopefully shut that down and do what we need to do in the pass game, we'll be okay. But he's a freak. He's a big guy that shouldn't be moving as fast as he does and laterally as quick as he does. I think we have people on defense that can stop that and will stop that on Friday.
We'll go next to Carter Carls.
Kyle, you've mentioned before just, how important it is to be disciplined with your eyes back there in the back end of the defense. And just wondering what the key to that is for you, like if you try to focus on something or multiple things and just how much more important is that in a game like this when you're going up against so many different weapons?
Right. I think you always have to be cognizant of how many people that can hurt you on the field, especially playing against Alabama this week. But I think it all goes back to our coaches talking about doing your job and me personally not trying to get out of myself and outside my body and make plays that aren't mine. I think whether it's a play where I have to keep my eye on the receiver and not look in the backfield or keep my eyes on the quarterback and just play off him, I think that if I stay within myself and do my job, I'll be perfectly fine with my eyes and my progression and stuff like that. And I just need to be patient and just do my job.
We'll go next to Chuck Freeby.
Kyle, where did this team get away from the good run defense in the Syracuse game and in the Clemson ACC championship game, and how do you restore that going against a team like Alabama?
I think it's just we had a couple games where we weren't filling gaps correctly or were slow to our fits or didn't necessarily fit where we needed to. And I think we've gotten it fixed. It was a problem, but I think a problem's been addressed. Coach Lee and everybody on the staff has addressed it, and I think we've gotten it fixed. And the game plan's pretty sound right now, and we all know our jobs. And just to emphasize the point of just doing your job, if everybody does their job, then the run game shouldn't be an issue. I think we all just have to play our game, not try to do too much. I understand it's a big stage, but we've all been here before. We've all played football, big games. I think if we just keep that in mind and keep in mind that we're a great team too, we'll be okay.
Next question will be from Andrew Mentok.
I know a lot of third down success comes from how well you do on first and second down, but I believe against Clemson, more than half their third down conversions were 3rd and 6 or longer. What maybe do you have to do against Alabama to kind of get back to being one of the best teams on third down, especially on 3rd and long?
Coach Lee always preaches throughout the week that first and second down are really important downs, setting up third down, like you said, like 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageables. They have a wider variety of plays that they can run to get those 5 yards they need or 4 yards, whatever it is. But if we get them in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and long situations, we can go deeper into our third down playbook and get some pressure going or get some more stuff going in the coverage game. And then the offense is only limited to a certain amount of plays that they can run too. The run's kind of out of the option. So I think we can focus more on being just pass defensive players and not focused on too many things at once. And I think that is what maybe got us tripped up with the Clemson game with the quarterback run and stuff like that in 3rd and medium situations. So I think if we get them in 3rd and long situations, we'll be much better.
We'll go next to Mark Skoll.
Hey, Kyle, Clark Lee just mentioned that he remembered telling you before the Cotton Bowl in 2018 that you would be on this stage playing there someday. It was cool to see a picture of you on social media of you at the game. What do you remember watching that game? And now what is it like for you after watching that game just 2 years ago? Now you're playing in the same building in the college football playoff.
Yeah, I think it's cool how everything's kind of come full circle. Obviously that game didn't go as we wanted it to. But I mean, we all have the chance to make up for that now and change the narrative. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding the game, just talks about Notre Dame not being this, Notre Dame being that. And I think within the program, we all know who we are and know what we can do. And all know what kind of game we can play if we're all on the same page. So it's cool to get that second chance. And definitely seeing that in person makes it mean more. I mean, we'll be there on Friday, hopefully perform how we need to.
And we'll wrap it up with you with Ralph Russo.
Hey, Kyle. So you were an elite recruit. I think that's fair to say. And I'm going to make an assumption that you lived in a world or sort of occupied a world where you had interactions with other elite recruits through camps and things along those lines. I'm wondering if you can provide a little bit of insight. It does very much seem like the kids who are recruited at that level all sort of end up at the same schools or there's a very small number of schools that seem to interest recruits at that level. Did you sense that when you're with, kids who are being recruited at that level, that everybody seemed to have Georgia, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, maybe Notre Dame in there? And I guess the other part of it is, do you have any sense of why?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those schools are blue bloods of college football. It's like going to Duke for basketball or Kentucky, Kansas for basketball. I mean, it's a professional factory. I mean, if you go there, your chances of getting to the NFL are a lot higher than if you go to a mid-major or other schools. And I think that kids lucky enough to be in that position understand that and understand what they can do if they do well in college to hopefully provide for their family and their loved ones. I think that provides a big boost to those schools because they have a reputation, including us, of just putting guys in the league and making kids' lives better and making their dreams come true and stuff like that. And I think ultimately what separates Notre Dame for me is that the academic aspect, because football is going to end at some point, and I want to know that I'll be well educated and well connected throughout the school. And I think Notre Dame provided the best opportunity for me to do that. So I think that's what separates it from every other school in the country, just the fact that we are perennial college football playoff team, along with the fact that we're a top 15 school in the country academically. So I think, yeah, those blue bloods, they're attractive to high recruits and even lower recruits who may deserve to go to those schools. But yeah, I think that may be the reason why highly recruited kids choose schools.
All right, and we will wrap it up with you there. Thank you very much, Kyle.